This episode may contain sensitive topics. Discretion is advised. Hello, and welcome to the Lusty Lounge. One of our hosts will be with you in a moment.
Hi, future Suna here. I'm going to sound like hot garbage because Windows 11 updates are a plague to society, so just kind of bear with me. Next episode to be fixed, probably, but yeah, really sorry. We're working on it. Windows 11 is bad.
Thank you for the intro, Desiree. Hi, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Lusty Lounge podcast. Sit back, relax, and allow us to indulge you in some degenerate-type bullshit. Noodle's out being a hoe, so she ain't gonna be here.
In her dreams.
But no, she can do it in reality too. Trust me. I didn't sing that cleavage. Joining me, we have our regular host, Puce.
I am here.
And we have a special guest. Special guest, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Zarina. Or most people know me as Murasaki.
I'm gonna stick with Zarina.
What? That's not how you came into the Discord. I'm confused. Alright, question one. Where did Murasaki come from?
So, Murasaki is the Japanese word for purple. And my artist name is Murasaki Shokushu, which stands for purple tentacle.
Alright, Puce, you can't call me a weeb anymore.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Fun story time. I'm sorry, I've had 3 drinks and an energy drink to stay awake for this, so y'all gotta deal with me. Future me, just do the thing.
I'm drinking coffee.
Jealous. No, actually, no. I think I prefer the alcohol. You know what? An alcoholic coffee sounds pretty fucking good right now.
Yeah, just make yourself a mudslide.
Okay, so we should probably explain the backstory and the lore.
Mm-hmm.
You showed up in the lounge Discord one day, which, hey, join the Discord or not. It's up to you. Because you were, immediately, because you were a shade of pink, 3 people were like, hey, woman. And I'm like, that's why I fucking hate men so much.
It's a respectable response to that.
Me or, you know what, you right. So I was like, down boys, and then went about my day at work, hating my life, as I do.
As you do.
Me being the type of person I am, I clicked the name and was like, oh, this person makes stuff. We should have them on the show. I'm not asking them because I just told 3 motherfuckers to sit the fuck down. It was like, I have a great idea. Noodle, you do it. And then 2 months would pass, and I went, hey, did you ask the nice person if they want to be on the show? And they went, no. And I'm like, I'm going to come smack the fuck out of you. And I went, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, I'm going to come over there and give you love and affection. And she went, ew, okay, I'll go do it. I'm sorry. And I'm like, good girl. And here we are 2 months later because time zones are fucking hard.
Indeed.
And you're caught up on the backstory. Congratulations. We'll start the episode for real now.
Yep.
Puce, you
I was
asked a
gonna say,
question.
Zarina, you fix any timeline errors there.
But
Zarina, tell us why you are on the show. What do you do for shits and giggles, I guess?
What do you do for the not safe for work community?
Oh.
You're so tired.
Okay.
You're so fucking tired.
So, I am a 3D artist. I make renders, animations. I do almost anything except for, the questionable stuff, obviously. I like to contribute to the community as in my past, I was raised in a brothel. And I've been surrounded by sexual stuff majority of my life. I just felt like this was my superpower and I can give back to a community that, is kind of frowned upon, but also very thriving. And me personally, I always had the philosophy is if you're good at something, make money from it.
Yep. Don't do
That's
nothing.
a
Don't do anything you're good at for
philosophy.
free. All right, I gotta commend you for growing up in a brothel and not ending up as a brothel worker because I don't think prostitute is the correct term.
I'm pretty sure it still is.
I would like to use a better word.
I prefer the term adult actress or adult assistant.
I will go with adult assistant because that sounds cleaner. So yeah, I gotta commend you on not being an adult assistant because you look at the media and you're like, yup, they grew up there. They're probably gonna do a full 180 and just despise it, or they're just gonna join the brothel. And you took the middle road, which is both. Not both, but you work in the not safe for work community. Good job, proud of you.
Well, I mean, the brothel got shut down before like I was of age, anyway, so I wouldn't have I wouldn't have had the chance to explore that anyway.
I mean, that's definitely one way to make sure that road's close to you.
Yeah, you're right. So as someone who has only had a real computer for 18 months, how the fuck did you start doing 3D animations? Because I like having a graphics card.
I know what you mean. So basically, it all started when I used to do traditional art, which was pencil to paper, and I would have this mannequin, like, you know, the small little mannequins you would pose to draw and
Oh,
stuff.
those little dudes.
Yeah, and
They have a name, I forget it.
I can't remember the name for it either, but for me it was I would find myself like after like a hard day of drawing, just shading and everything, and I finally finished the piece, I would find myself like positioning it over and over and over to make it do like a little run motion, and I was like, this is really cool. I wish I could do this. And my very first experience with messing with any form of 3D graphic design, anything, was I a friend of mine, he had gotten me a gaming laptop for my birthday, my 22nd birthday, and basically he was like, basically I just got this because I wanted to play League with you, which was funny because I despise League.
Oh, yes, thank you. Yes, thank you.
I like playing it, but I'm not sweaty.
The only reason I got
promise.
into it was because I was I was heavily into games. I wanted to get into a esports college, and it was a shortcut. But I then started experimenting with Blender and eventually Unity, and when I got my first VR headset, my first thought was, I want to make something that like shows my creativity and hard work. So I went, like, without thinking, I went directly and straight into VR chat avatar creation, and I had a couple of mentors from it was a NSFW community, a ERP community that I had joined first off, and they taught me how to piece stuff together. They taught me how to make toggles, how to distribute jiggle physics, and over time I got so good at it that I wanted to not only just make a character someone could control like a puppet, but I wanted to make animations like some of my favorite animators I follow on Twitter and stuff. So it was kind of just like a spur of the moment inspiration kind of thing.
That's one hell of a backstory, I'm not gonna lie.
My favorite part is goes into VR chat. Where's the porn? Where are the porn role players? I'm like,
You see, the thing
I
about
was a
that,
horny 22-year-old.
the thing about that is that with the events that they hosted, we hosted them in such a secret way that not everyone could have gotten access to it. It's not like a friend of yours could have joined off of you and be like, Jesus tits. It was more like they were so hidden, and everyone had to be on like the request to join, or not you could not get in. It was like a secret club, and the bouncers were like, you were the bouncer, and if you
There
messed
were
up,
bouncers?
yeah, there were bouncers, like people to make sure that people only in that circle got in the event. And if you like showed up in a whirl and they questioned you and they didn't know you, you were instantly kicked.
That's
Okay, we need to have you back for an episode on just based on your VR chat experiences.
because I know nothing of VR chat or VR chat porn, mostly because too scared, don't wanna. How does making a model? You know what? No. I'm not gonna back this all the way up because everyone who works in Blender has to be asked this question.
Mhm.
Was the first thing you made a donut?
No, actually.
What was the first thing you made?
The first thing I made was a penis.
Interesting. Okay.
I had an unhealthy
Okay.
obsession
I was gonna
with
jokingly say a penis, and then I was like, nope, wait, she's gonna say a penis.
I had an unhealthy obsession with dragon penises.
Hot. Because normally, what I've been led to believe, based off the 7 Blender artists I know, is the first thing you do is you make a donut to show you know what you're doing.
Mhm.
And then a previous guest we had that we had to scrap the episode for was like, yeah, that doesn't show you what to do. And I'm like, that checks out. I've been curious to know if everyone goes down the path of, hey, make a donut, or they're just like, I'm gonna just do my own thing.
With me, I joined a very particular part of the community where a lot of other creators was like, we could have you do the simple thing. However, we're going to make you do something so advanced and see if you can put up with the stress. And if you can do that, then we'll start teaching you the basics. So it's more like a stress test in the fact that, oh, if you take, let's say, 3 days to make a donut, and then you just give up because you can't do it, then they won't teach you. However, like for me, they gave me levels, so it was like, oh, you could make a box that has a lid, or you can make this, and I was just like, and is there anything more advanced than that? And it was like, you can make a penis. I was like, can it be any type? And they were like, yeah. I was like, okay. And then within like a week, I had already fully molded out like the copy of like a dragon penis, and I sent them. I was sending them screenshots of my progress, and they were like, "It's going good." And the end result, they were like, "You've done this before." I was like, "No, I've never done this. This is my first time." It's like, that's really good for your first time.
Do you have any screenshots of it now?
No, because I've long the laptop that I did that on was just long gone, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, I imagine if you're using Blender, that graphics card is just gone. It's melted.
Well, no, I sold it. The PC I had now, I sold my laptop in order to fund the parts for my current PC. But it was if I'm correct, it was a GTX 1650, and I was squeezing every last bit of juice out of that.
Oh yeah, no, that's better than the graphics card in my. Well, that laptop's a decade old. Never mind. I'll shut up. Fuck, I'm getting old.
I'm getting old.
We're old. We're both older than you.
True.
Yeah, so you are not allowed to call yourself old.
But I have more experience.
In terms of
Life in general.
To be fair, the background she gave us before the call, let's just say that was way more than I probably ever experienced.
I'm black.
I am also black.
I'm black in America?
And I'm
Y'all
black.
can't see the face I'm making?
I am black from the Caribbean.
I feel like she's got a one-up on you.
You just know how to make good food and beat a nigga's ass.
No, that's not all. The hidden things in between the cracks.
Okay, you say these things, and then because of the nature of this podcast, I'm just like, yeah, I'll put something between your crack, and I'm like, let me stop. You can't do that with new guests. You gotta
She
stop.
did tell us she's like 12.
Well, you know what? As much as I would love that, you can only do that in animation. Sorry.
So animated.
I can animate it, yeah, but the chance of that happening in real time is slim to none.
Ma'am, you live across the pond. I'm not. You know what, Puce? Let me get this one politics thing for February, and then I ain't never gonna talk about politics until some more stupid shit happen. I ain't getting on a plane for nobody until they fix the whole DEI situation, because we have had accidents left and right, and I'm like, nope, ain't no one worth dying over right now. So no.
Valid.
Wait,
Right.
so wait, you're using your black card in Black History Month just so you can complain about DEI?
Yeah. Listen, if it was still a thing, I'd be like, you know what, fuck it, I'll get on a plane, I'll go across the pond. But because we've had like 20 million accidents, no, well, not accidents, but like incidents, I'm not getting on a goddamn plane, fuck all that.
It's been like 2, but okay.
No, two major collisions and then like small problems with other planes, and I'm like, no,
Those accidents
not doing
were
that.
one too many.
To be fair, the door was Boeing in general, so.
Okay, well, we're not gonna talk about Boeing because they're gonna come after us. I got shit to do. I got shit I need to get done. So I'm pretty sure you gonna know how One Piece ends.
Oh,
So,
will it ever
That's
end?
fair.
Is the question.
It's coming
like,
eventually.
Listen, we're not gonna talk about One Piece. We are not here to talk about One Piece.
Understand?
Hey, if she wants to talk about One Piece, I'm here for it.
I will go to bed.
I'll talk about rendering One Piece porn.
All right,
See?
I'm willing to accept that. All right, so speaking of rendering porn, do you make your own models in the environment? Do you rip them from somewhere? Like, how does that work?
So with how I make models, I don't use your conventional rip from Overwatch or like other game models. I actually meticulously craft some of these models myself. Some I have help with other people. And I don't only just limit myself to Blender either. I actually use hentai games to make some of my animations as well. An example would be some of my more animated renders, like cel-shaded anime renders. I use Koikatsu, which is a well-known hentai game by Illusion. And then I can pull those models that I make, like I can make models accurate, so like anime reference accurate, that you would swear that they were 2D but they're in 3D, which is very scary for some people because they're like, how do you get it so perfect? And I'm just like, I just look at the character. Like, for example, let's take Nami, for example. Time skip Nami, to be more specific.
Which one is that? I don't watch
the
One
one
Piece.
the one that is in the latest episodes now. That one. So
That
let's
doesn't help them.
What color is her hair?
orange.
Yeah. You just
okay.
mean which one is Nami?
Okay, I know that one.
Okay, so
But she said
let's
post
say
time skip because then she's of age.
yes. Let's say that I watch One Piece and I see Nami, then I inspect the character all around, from scenes of her facing front to the side to the back, and then I start crafting from there. I use different types of values, different types of like molding techniques to get the face just perfect to match the exact, like a perfect replica of the character in question. As for environment, another game I use for this is Honey Select 2, which is also by Illusion. Bless them, they shut down recently. I basically have assets in Honey Select 2. So trees, I have rocks, chairs, buildings, and I spend time just building scenes, just setting the lighting, building scenes, making sure this tree's not bigger than another tree that it's not supposed to be. And then I pull that all out, combine it into one thing, and start animating on it.
That sounds like a fucking lot, not gonna lie.
It is, but it's quite fun, to be honest, because you're I find that with like especially 3D animation or 3D like graphic design, if you don't have an imagination, it makes it twice as hard to work on it, because some people could just render stuff and have nothing in the background and have like just lighting, characters, and they're just fucking in a void. I like the fact that my imagination is very active to the point where I can recreate Fallout Wasteland if I wanted to, and add in my own little Easter eggs and stuff, and it just makes me want to create more stuff, more unique stuff that no one else has, you know?
Mm-hmm.
What I'm hearing is you can picture the apple perfectly in your head.
Exactly.
I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna say if me and Puce are working together, yes. If it's just me, I have an apple. It's there. It's green because I prefer Granny Smith apples. Fuck red apples, unless you're making a pie or some other dessert. That's neither here nor there. Puce is just like it's a circle. It's red.
No,
I
can
know
see
what
the
this
whole
red circle is.
I am not that bad. My imagination
Okay,
is actually really
how
good.
many little nubs are on underneath of your apple?
4.
Ah, fuck, all right. Touche. I also had 4. I'm just like, yeah, and it's one of them, like, ugly-looking dark apples where it look like a tooth. I'm like, all right. So, I have your... Okay, all right. A side follow-up. Is this fucking Nicole's shirt?
What are you talking about?
Okay, I have your Rule 34 video tab pulled up.
Mm-hmm.
I never really paid attention to the banner. I'm like, wait, that's Nicole's shirt from Zenless.
Yes. That was an old, a very old render of my. I like to call that my Twitter OC, or my NSFW OC. I had played Zenless for quite some time, and
That's what I'm doing
I
right
fell
now
in
while
love.
I'm editing.
And I really enjoyed Nicole's outfit. It just like was one of those things where it was like it's unique, punky, street style. That's what I like.
I can't argue with that. However, as a character, I'm just like, Nicole, do better.
Yeah, no. Her character itself could use some improvement, but her outfit alone just makes me want to grab her and shake her like a newborn baby.
That sentence didn't end how I thought it was gonna end. You know what? While I respect that and understand that, so in the fuck Mary kill, Nicole is the one you fuck. I'm marrying Belle because stable income, kind of quirky, not fucking bad with money or life decisions. Although the incest is kind of questionable. I don't know if that's the community doing it or if there's like in-game bullshit. And I'm like, stop.
In the situation of fuck, marry, kill, I would definitely fuck Nicole, yes. But if I were to like put it in like a really relative term, I'd rather fuck Grace, marry Ellen, and kill Nicole.
Say that one more time.
I said I would rather fuck Grace, the mechanic, marry Ellen, the shark, and kill Nicole than rob her of her clothes because they're awesome.
I can't argue with Grace. I can't argue Ellen because I'm just like, you're the bad type of tsundere.
Exactly.
I don't need that in my life anymore than what I already have. I won't disagree with that. I just don't. I don't personally prescribe to it, but I get it.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Y'all are talking about something I have zero clue about.
Yeah, you don't play gacha games. Listen, Zenless is fun. The character they added, fucking what, 2, 3? Oh, this is gonna come out way later. Like a week or 2 ago. She's really fucking fun to play, but like I'm not rolling for her. Fuck that. I'm waiting for fucking Miyabi to come back because I'm so upset I didn't pull her. But that's another question and time, place for everything. Because fucking mad. But yes, before I got distracted by your Rule 34 video page, which makes me gonna ask another question. So, do you update this yourself, or do people do it for you?
I do everything on my own. I don't have a team. I don't have anyone to help me with anything. I create, edit, post, everything on my own. I'm a one-man show. A one-woman show, I guess.
I respect the grind.
I do too. I'm gonna tell you the same thing I told Noodle. Sell pictures of your body so you can afford to have a team. So, When you pick characters, how do you do it? Is it people you like or who's popular?
It varies actually. Sometimes I would run into a random nsfw discord, like if a VC's popping, and I'd just wait for a conversation to like fizzle out, and then I'd interject or even like start up a new conversation, be like, oh, who's your favorite video game character, or who's your favorite anime character, like waifu wise? And then like some people would respond, some people would like snarl. I kind of ignore them, but
What?
yeah,
Snarl.
like some people would just like get very like snappy, be like, "Oh, no, don't want to talk about it," or "No, you're such a nerd," or blah 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 blah. And
I'd have been like, nigga, are you a pedophile? Like, what's wrong? You can say who your waifu is. Listen, your waifu does not have to be someone you want to fuck. It can just be like, I like this character.
yeah,
But, nuance is lost in 2025.
like if their waifu happens to be, for example, Shiro from No Game No Life, then I'm gonna be like, okay, now on to the next one.
No, I feel that. I love No Game No Life. I'm just like, sure, I fucking hate you. You have all the merch and it makes you want to punch you across the fucking field. See, now you saying pick a character, I'm like, well, fuck, which one do I pick? Because I follow the rule of one waifu per show. Unless the show is good, then you get 2. Unless it's 100 girlfriends, and then you pick as many as you want. Discord.
You got issues, Suna.
How the fuck you mean? That is the rule. It's one waifu per show, unless the show is good, or 100 girlfriends. You're telling me you're not gonna pick the mother-daughter combo?
No, I'm not.
You tell him. Where the fuck is this bitch? Where the fuck is this bitch? Okay. So let's say you're feeling bored on the Wednesday night. I don't know why I picked Wednesday. What character are you gonna default to make porn of?
Like if I'm bored and I have nothing better to do, I usually default to Overwatch characters because they're like,
Why?
huh?
It's a safe bet.
Why? Why Overwatch character? Because I have a question about that for later, but I guess I'm gonna ask it now. So explain why Overwatch.
Because it's like you log on to like R34 video or like any place that show like a lot of hentai oriented like 3D graphic like Blender work and stuff, and it's usually what is like shown the most. So I kind of default to what is filtered the most on these sites, I guess.
Disagree. Understand, but disagree.
I love how business oriented your brain is. You're like, well, I better practice my Overwatch because people still aren't sick of it yet.
I mean, me personally, I don't play it, but the design of some of the characters I do like Juno. I'm a sucker for Juno's design.
I don't know.
That the space lady?
Yeah, that's the space lady.
She's cool. She's hot.
See?
I don't play Overwatch.
I don't
so
play
I
it
have
either,
no
but I
idea.
just know it by the like seeing the character and not like, you know.
No, I don't. Listen,
You don't just like look at random game models and be like, I'd fuck
like,
that one.
Before, my defaulting thing was I would default to Resident Evil girls like Jill and Ada.
That's also a good answer. They are
I
also
feel
very
like
hot.
I'm factually just incorrect now. So, but that's because I play JRPGs.
I play JRPGs
so,
too. I've done a couple of stuff on Persona girls
Which Persona girls?
and Takamaki. What was that one girl's name? I only know them by their like other names. Like so, there was.
That's fine.
Hansa,
I've beaten both. Mm-hmm.
There was not Crow. Crow's the guy. Ugh. Queen, right. And then I would like go back to like Persona 3, where it's like the one redhead girl. The Mitsuri.
I'm a future Suna. Beat Persona 3 at some point this year. You're slacking.
Then my favorite Persona character of all time, Chie. From Persona 4.
Because tomboy? Question mark.
Because tomboy! Exclamation mark!
I have only gotten to the second dungeon of Persona, or Persona 4, so I'm not at liberty to say, but sure. Sure.
I mean, if they're hot, they're hot. You can just say that.
I picked my teacher in Haru for Persona 5. I don't know who I'm picking for Persona 3.
No, that's fair, that's fair.
Okay, so do you make the game models for them yourself, or do you just pull them because horny and want to get stuff done in a timely manner?
I'd make them myself.
What is the turnaround time for making a model yourself?
Kind of just get lost doing it. Like, got some random YouTube playlist in the back bumping, and I'm just chipping away, I guess. Before I know it, like, I start at like let's say I start at 7. Before I know it, it's 10 the next day. I'm just like, huh? Where'd the time go?
Oh no, I can't. I couldn't do that.
It's just one of those things where if you're passionate about it, you kind of just get lost in it, you know? Like, you can do it for hours and you would not know that hours have flown by. Then again, my room is always the same shade of dark, so I would never guess how like time flies because I keep my curtains closed and the lights constantly off.
Smart.
Damn, you're a degenerate.
The one and only.
Side note, Puce, you telling me you're not taking down this mother-daughter combo?
You spent this whole time looking for that?
Yes, I did. I had to find good pictures. I'm like, no, it's fan art. No, it's fan art. It's cropped. It's like, nope. Just like, God damn it, give me the
I'll
full
take
bodies.
the mom.
No, I have to make
That's
these.
my answer.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
no, you don't.
I will. Saved already. I'm gonna do it.
You know what? I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. Back to real questions.
Yeah.
Do you just try to like emulate sex, or do you like, fuck it, I'm gonna animate it how I think it and how I want it to look?
Now, this is gonna be possibly the most out of pocket stuff I've said all day. But as someone who has had copious amounts of sex in all sorts of various positions, I can I just kind of go back on memory and like an angle and like how this should be done and how if this leg is supposed to be on the shoulder or being held. Like, I just go back off of like past experiences.
You know, that makes a lot of
Did that
sense.
answer my question? I don't know.
She said, I have a lot of sex, so I know what it looks like.
I know what it looks like, feels like, and is supposed to look like from a third-person view.
That's where you lost me. The third-person view is wild.
You don't have those like moments where you just like out-of-body experience it all?
Oh, no, I'm talking straight threesomes. Orgies, even.
See, there you go. There's the third-person view, Suna.
Exactly.
Okay.
It definitely justifies her statement from earlier.
Yes, it does justify this statement, but Puce, you ask a question. Where are we?
Why you putting my sleepy brain to the test?
Bitch, because you work here. Do your goddamn job.
Okay, so
I'm
going to pull from the list that you accidentally saw earlier. You said you used to do, or do still, I don't know, traditional art, pen and paper wise.
Yes.
Does that help you at all with the whole 3D art stuff?
I haven't done it in a long time, but I feel like when I first started doing 3D, I would still resort to going back to pencil and paper and like sketching out positions or sketching out faces, like the famous Ahegao face. Like, I would spend time still sketching like stuff that I want to animate. And once I got good at animating, there was no need to do that because it was like second nature.
So then I take it your 3D art is your preferred medium.
Yes. Because fuck if I don't have the money to buy a drawing tablet. I had one, but I sold it to pay my rent.
You know, life does to a man the unfortunate circumstances.
Life kicks you in the balls when you least expect it.
I can't say the thing I normally say because I'd have to cut it and that'd be extra work. give out, how do I say this in legalese? Distribute varying substances to people for varying types of compensation. Yep, there it is.
I feel like you're gonna have to cut that anyways.
Nah. That's what the varying types of compensation are for. It doesn't have to be money. It can be anything.
Yeah, and the substances can be stuff like Kool-Aid and,
Lemonade.
and popsicles.
Oh, wait, nope. I gotta be an American asshole. What's your favorite type of tea?
Oh my god. No, don't do this to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm not a true British, so I don't drink tea.
What the fuck do you drink then?
Coffee.
What's your preferred coffee roast?
I was gonna go with
Blend?
coffee bean.
Well, my preferred my preferred coffee blend, if you must know, is one of a kind. It is called Top of the Morning Tea or Coffee.
That sounds like
Jacksepticeye's that's Jacksepticeye's
brand.
Exactly. I love it so much. Just keeps me going.
I'm more upset. I'm physically angry. I remember that.
Is it because
I can see the yellow packaging and everything in my mind.
I've never seen this packaging, but I just know the name.
I've gotten Facebook ads for it.
It is strong and it keeps you going, and you spike that with a little bit of scotch, and you got your nice little Irish coffee right there.
I respect the answer though.
Yeah, I've drank tea like once or twice when I was sick, and the only tea I've actually drank was Earl Grey. That's about it.
Nothing wrong with a nice Earl Grey.
Yeah, it was kind of relaxing, to be honest. Like, I don't drink it often, but I have drank tea before. I just prefer coffee.
So, no, I get that. I do both.
I was gonna make a really dumb joke about coffee, but you gave a good answer.
So, I should be asking more technical questions, but it's almost 11 o'clock in the morning, and I want to not. What is... So, like, let's say Puce decides, fuck it, I'm going to learn how to do 3D bullshits because it's more than just the models and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Where would he start? Like, what would he have to do? And while you give Puce the answer, I'm going to go pee, because Jesus Christ, 5 drinks in was not a good idea.
Jesus. Well, my suggestion to people who want to get started is actually quite simple. Like, I had teachers to teach me. However, I've seen some people just get good on the spot by just watching YouTube tutorials and joining communities and looking at their tutorials and how other people do things, and then like learning off of that and finding their own way to do things as well. So I'd say start out with there a plethora of tutorials on YouTube, and even like I think there was a Blender series called Blender for Dummies. Actually, I think it was actually called Blender Animation for Dummies, and it covered all of the basics from, like, even if you just pull models and drop them in Blender and want to animate them, it covers like lighting, the different type of shaders you're supposed to use, and it helps a lot if you have more than 2 brain cells, that is.
So basically, if you can find a mentor, get it. But YouTube is your best friend.
Yep. Google is also your best friend, because then you can also find Reddit posts about it. You can also find like you can find tutorials on Blender stuff just about anywhere, to be honest.
I was gonna say, this is one of those few circumstances where I'd be like, yeah, I bet you Reddit would be a good place to go.
Yeah, Reddit as questionable as people say Reddit can be, there's also a lot of helpful information on Reddit. How to fix your computer. I was gonna say, when it comes to hobbies, it seems to be the best. How to fix your computer, how to stop your computer from blue screening. Like, I've learned a lot from Reddit, to be honest. How to use a command prompt. Just make sure you check which Reddit subreddit you're in before you take the answer correctly. Yeah, no, I always check.
Well, I was talking to the general audience.
Oh, yes, yes.
I have returned.
Oh, welcome back. I didn't notice that you left.
Why aren't you making your own porn game? Because you can do most of the hard stuff that isn't what Theo does in programming and coding and whatnot.
See, those are the parts that I'm not good at. Because in the past, I actually attempted to make 2 games. I attempted to make an RPG using RPG Maker, and I attempted to make a visual novel using RenP. And let's just say that my laptop was crying in agony.
Ah, okay. No, that's a technical hardware limitation, so no, I get that. I've run into that problem.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even
Do
now,
you
like, even with a proper computer, I'm still terrified of trying to do stuff like that because it's also the coding part of it that scares me. I know nothing about coding other than, like, a little bit of JavaScript, maybe.
No, that's fair. That is a perfect gateway into a question Puce should have asked you like 40 minutes ago. Because he asked all of our art friends this question.
Which one?
You only asked them all one of the same question.
Oh. What are your thoughts on AI?
Proud of you. He remembered. Everyone clap. And when I say everyone,
I'm not gonna lie, for a split second, I thought you were talking about the Fuda question.
oh, no, we're not. I think we're pretty aware on how she feels about Fuda. So
I mean, I myself am one, so I tend to, like, go with the
How
flow.
big's your dick?
11 inches.
I
That
don't
was
like
a fast answer.
That was way too fast.
I make sure I take care of my body and measure myself adequately.
Puce,
I'm a bit stunned.
ask the fucking AI question. Ask that fucking AI question, Puce.
What are your thoughts on AI?
Now, this is a question not only you guys have asked me, but a lot of other artists have asked me as well. And me personally, I don't have a problem with AI if it wasn't stealing. Me personally, like, I would use AI to muck around with, like, personal stuff, but it goes past, like, it's like a morale thing for me when you utilize something that takes from someone else to profit. Like, I can understand if you use AI for personal gain, like, you're just rendering photos of your favorite anime characters and, blah, blah, blah. But when you start doing that and realizing what AI is doing to create said photos, then you have to wonder, is it really your own creation? Or is it just an amalgamation of multiple creators out there mushed into one for your own gain? Because I feel like it kind of puts a damper on the actual art community in the fact that there are people who worked 7+ hours on a piece and they, sell that piece for whatever price they do. That piece gets posted and then AI just takes it little tweezers and pick and create something new out of it using the old stuff. I personally don't have a problem with it. I would utilize it for personal gain if I wanted to. However, if you're using AI to profit off of someone else's hard work, that is where I draw the line.
So you have a infinitely more eloquent answer than the one I gave. But for all case and purpose, case in point, whatever the fuck the expression is, it's the same answer. If you're gonna use it personally to, like, show your friends, who the fuck cares? But when you're making money off it, I'm like, bitch, what? First of all, who is out here dumb enough to give someone money for something they could do themselves? It's literally just a few button presses.
A lot of people.
Which that shit pisses me off. I'm gonna open another drink. I just vehemently upset people are making thousands off. I'm just gonna hit these If it's a keyboard, let's say 57 keystrokes. Let's go with that. All right, here's the picture of your waifu. That'd be $800, and I'm like, oh, bitch, where? Ooh, not me.
Not me. Definitely not. That's why I kind of picked up my own skills, do things in my own way. Because if there's one thing, one hole that I can punch through the whole AI thing is like, it may be able to copy faces and positions and like I heard from a friend who uses it for personal gain that they've recently fixed the hand problem where back then when my friend first started using it,
no.
it would be multiple hands or multiple fingers. They fixed that now. They trained AI to do hands normally. And yeah, my friend does it for personal gain. She does not sell her stuff. She doesn't sell any renders or anything. But when I did it, it was like, okay, this would make a really cool wallpaper. I can't sell this because I didn't create it. That's how my brain works in the sense of AI art. And also, like, it's getting so dumbed down now. Even like, let's say a 6-year-old, 7-year-old could create AI art of whatever they wanted. It's gonna be like open source to a lot more people. Therefore, I'm hoping in my case and other artists, for all you independent, hardworking artists out there, I'm hoping that in about a year, 2 years time, it just kind of dies down and AI art is like just like yeah, I can do this for myself, but it's not worth selling because now everybody knows how to do it. No one's gonna buy it.
God, I hope so.
Honestly, that does seem like a projection that'll happen.
I legitimately hope so. I feel like AI can't really replicate what you do very well, if at all, currently. Because to my knowledge, I haven't seen any AI 3D porn videos. But then again, I'm not looking for that.
It's out there.
Like,
But like, I feel like it just can't do it.
yeah,
Like it can do it. It's just like, no, I'm good.
I need more
hurts to look at.
training.
Yeah.
And one thing that I have tested through and through to the nitty gritty, AI can't do anything that involves pregnancy. Period. Point blank.
That's interesting. Weird.
Weird, but interesting, right?
That's a weird line to have.
No, why were you trying to see if it could do that?
Because I wanted to give at least a chance to some artists that do, because I know that conflation kind of makes it look like the character is like oversizedly pregnant, and if AI can't copy pregnancy, therefore it can't copy conflation.
I see that line of logic.
Yes, I do too. Oh God, me and producer, you know what? I'm gonna use the fucking One Piece meme. Okay, no, it's fine.
Is Fuda gay?
No, and I will tell you why. Because genuinely, a Fuda is usually a woman. I didn't say transgender. A woman who just so happens to have a dick. Therefore, it's not gay if, like, let's say somebody animates a man fucking a Fuda or a Fuda fucking a man. Yes, he's being penetrated by a woman, but it's no different from, like, somebody getting married to a woman and she's strapping on a strap-on and pegging them, like, to experience that. It's the same concept, just that one is not detachable. In the end of the day, it's in the eye of, like, the how you perceive it. Futanari are women. And if a man sees a Fuda as a woman, therefore it's not gay.
I like that.
It's like your 7th different answer reviews. I think you just gotta give up, man.
No, I love it. I love everybody giving me a different answer. This is the question.
All telling you the same. It's all been no.
But they always have a different reasoning behind it, and I love it.
So you're okay with the rejection? Just you know what? All right.
Me personally, as someone who's born intersex, I don't think it's gay.
See?
You know,
I like the
'cause-
answer.
Okay, but this is like your 7th no.
That's fine. I don't care. It's just this is my like, oh, dang, I can't even reference something because you guys wouldn't have a clue what I'm referencing.
Nope, stupid American politics.
I mean,
No. Well, kind of. It's from the dredges of the internet. Somebody came up with a hypothetical that is just there to be a meme. And this is my meme question. Asking if food is gay.
well, you know what?
Because the answer doesn't matter
It's
at
just
the end of the day.
yeah, it's just a part of the me. That's like asking, hey, yo, if you fuck a femboy, are you gay? I don't know. How do you view them?
Yes.
Gonna be inclined to agree with Puce here.
But then again, I'm a woman, so is it still gay for me? If I peg a femboy?
Well, for you, it's not.
Exactly.
Oh no, because you have a dick. Why would you peg a femboy if you have a dick?
Again, as I mentioned earlier, it's still the same concept. Even if I didn't have a dick, if I put a strap on, I'm still I'm still pegging someone, regardless.
I understand that logic, but my logic brain is like, well, the definition of gay is being attracted to the same sex. If you're not attracted to it, then you're there for a paycheck, which respect. Or you're there to figure out if you are gay, which again, respect.
Sucking dick one time doesn't make you gay.
Liking sucking dick makes you gay.
Exactly. I actually have a question, and I don't know if a lot of guests like that you have on the show have asked you guys questions.
A couple times.
Because we forced her.
Well, I have a question. What inspired you guys to start this show in the first place?
Oh, that's a long history.
I was going to say, you want the long version or the short version?
Let's summarize it for listeners' sake.
So, short story is, Sue and I 10 years ago met each other on horny Facebook pages. Eventually, we were like, oh, we should start a podcast where we talk about horny stuff.
Skipping
and then
so much shit, but okay, correct. Go on.
And then Suna and I were like, oh, we need to talk about horny shit. So we started talking about horny shit. But we've realized we wanted a girl on the show. So we found Minka. And then Minka was like, oh, I need to retire. Then we found Noodle.
And that's how the Lusty Lounge came to be summarized.
It's crazy because we have a whole episode about the fucking lore.
Oh.
So much was skipped.
Yes, for the short version.
Was skipped. Fair. You
I hit all the key points.
Special.
My second question now is, because I've written these down as well.
Oh, you have several questions. All right, let's go.
Yes. So, in terms of your podcast, other than the lustiest of lusty that you speak of, what are some of the other topics that you guys would mainly get into?
Oni, what are you doing? Bitch, are you looking at ghosts? What are you doing?
Me?
Come here.
No, he's talking to his cat.
Oh.
Come here. Why are you, what are you looking, what, is there a ghost behind me? Like, what are you looking at?
Damn, Suna's gonna get fucked by a ghost.
Hey,
actually,
I can't make...
Hey, if it's not the bitch from The Ring, I want it.
Okay, we're gonna pause your question and focus on what you just said. Main problem with Sadako, I think that's her name.
Yeah, Sadako.
When she was thrown into the well, still a kid, can't do it. Ain't nothing to grab onto, also kid.
Well, you know
most fan art is her as an adult, so I'm like...
That was what I was referencing, by the way. I was talking about the fan art version of her, not the original. That's a hard pass. Mm-mm.
Oh, you mean the version that gets stuck on the TV screen?
Yes, that one.
If I can domesticate her, sure.
You know,
don't care.
Just flip the switch to the channel and be like, yes, instant.
Well, if I can domesticate her, then sure.
She's not an animal. You can't domesticate a ghost, a spirit of vengeance and grudges.
if I can domesticate her so she's not as aggressive.
You have to deal with the
trade
aggression.
offer. Trade offer. She gets all the cum she wants. I learn Japanese. Trade offer.
Does she even know how to speak?
I'm pretty sure she can write. I fucking hate kanji. She can write hiragana and katakana. It's fine. I'll figure out how to do the speak part later.
I can kind of read it, and I can speak Japanese somewhat, like, semi-fluently, I guess.
Jealous.
Well, I the only reason I can is because I took Japanese classes online when I was a fresh 18-year-old, because I heard that there was a specific studio that wanted someone to voice act a black character, but only in Japanese. So I took 4 years out of my life, wasted studying Japanese, trying to perfect its craft, and then I got shut down at the interview because well, I wasn't fit for the role, but I was complimented that for a black person I am really good at Japanese.
Hey, we take those. Oh, did they say it in English or Japanese? Did they hit you with the Nihongo Jozu?
They were like, for a black person, you good Japanese. I was like, oh, thank you. That's really nice of you.
I would have been offended, bitch. You couldn't Nihongo Jozu me in fucking Nihongo. I'd have been like, I'm gonna smack the fuck out you. I'm gonna come over here and smack the fuck out of you.
Okay, so other than your podcast, what are some of the notable things that you guys do?
Work for the government. Hate my
You
life.
say that as if it
I should have
like you do
I
something
I should have
significant.
specified. Okay, let me rephrase that. What are some of the notable things you do for the NSFW or your community specifically?
I'm gonna let Puce go first to put him on the spot.
Well,
I have
for
an
our
answer.
community,
I have an answer, but not a real answer.
For our community, we just exist and try to talk with them, and
they don't talk back because they're all scared and autistic.
Damn.
That's true.
That I wish it was a joke. I wish it was.
Well, you know,
I'm pretty sure almost every member of our Discord has autism.
that
including
excludes
us.
Me. I don't.
Are you sure?
I actually don't. Well,
the first sign is that you're in our Discord.
Yeah, correct. That's not us making fun of autistic people. That's us making fun of our Discord.
Yeah, I understand.
Yep.
I do have conditions, but I don't, like, from what I've been diagnosed, I don't have autism. I do have forms of conditions like PTSD and OCD and DID, but other than that, they told me I do not have autism.
She's like, listen, I've got all the other letters, not that.
Exactly.
You know what, Puce? That was a good one. I give you that one. Let's see. I'm not going to speak for our community, but as the community as a whole. Let's see. I've purchased multiple not safe for work games. I'm trying to get our name put into a not safe for work game. I've backed like 15 pins. I'm waiting on the last 4. I backed some hentai card game from Mexico, which I pray is real because Kickstarter in Mexico. That's all I got to say about that.
Don't worry, Orange Man will make that the 51st state.
I'm going to fight him.
We're going to build a wall, and Mexico's gonna pay for it.
I'm so upset. That hurt my soul. I basically just support projects on Kickstarter and various other little indie things here and there.
Okay.
That's kind of it. That's all I can do.
You should support my little indie. It's called my Patreon.
So we want people to support our Patreon too, but
tit for tat.
don't know how. Well, no, that's not the problem. The problem is, how do we get people to give us $3 to watch us play hentai games and talk about shit. Talk about either more degenerate. I want to talk about more degenerate shit. He wants to talk about normal shit, and I'm like, I wouldn't pay to listen to people talk about normal shit. And then my cousin does that.
I would imagine they're paying to listen to us do more shit.
Why the fuck would they want to do that? All right, so for the uninitiated or people who have memory as good or worse as Puce, last call is any final thoughts, questions, concerns, or opinions you have on the topic, even though the topic is a person. Puce, you can start.
Well, Zarina, you approached this interview very well. Give you 5 out of 5 stars. That's all I got.
I fucking despise you. About as good as Noodle over here.
You're working with me at like the 24th hour.
Nigga, same. That's why I have alcohol and caffeine, which are fighting it out in my stomach, and I'm like, hey guys, stop. I think I learned stuff. When I'm editing, I'm gonna go, oh yeah, that's how that works. Okay, so because I feel like layman, that's a good word, mostly listening to the podcast, I wasn't gonna ask like super technical, in-depth questions, mostly because I don't want to hear the answer because I'm too fucking dumb and tired to comprehend.
I'm drunk.
That, well, little drunk. Well, tipsy, not drunk. It's only 4.5% per drink, so that times 5 for with caffeine. So I don't want to go like super hard heavy into stuff, but like, yeah, how does the 3D people do their shit? You kind of answered that because I'm like, I can't think in a 3D space all the way. So, yeah. Then you answered Puce's stupid questions. So his last 2 stupid questions. The first 2 were fine. It's the last 2 that are stupid. AI questions fine. Well, okay, his last 1 stupid question. The food question is always fucking stupid because it's always going to be a no. I don't know if it is because now he's just doing it to get a different type of rejection.
Hey, one day you'll find someone that will say yes. Trust me.
Oh no!
We got a yes.
We got a yes. And then I kept talking, and they went, "All right, never mind. He's right." And I'm like, "Yep." So listen, the school of communications degree for a reason. So I guess Desiree's gonna sign us out, and I guess we just
wait. You didn't give her. You didn't give Zarina her last.
Oh shit! Yeah,
call.
what's your last call? And I forgot to do the other thing.
Well, I very much enjoyed it. I find that this is a little change from my usual everyday activities, and
yeah, you're dealing with 2 Americans. One of them's black.
Your point? I deal with Americans on a daily basis. I'm constantly on Discord hunting for commissions. I have to deal with them anyway. Especially the black ones. No racism intended.
Nah, fuck it.
No, you're black.
And as a final thought, I would actually like to do this again. Like, at any given time. Regardless.
We're gonna come find you and be like, all right, talk about VR. Not VR. Yeah, VR chat porn, because I'm not buying a headset for that, and I'm too scared to go poking around.
Trust me, the community is much nicer than you give it credit for. They're very considerate.
Fair. Still scared.
I mean, it's okay to be scared. One might say that you're VR phobic. But
true.
I just feel like it's not for everyone, you know? Like, some people enjoy it, some people don't.
Y'all, this is gonna sound super fucked up. You have Netflix over there, right?
Yeah, we do.
What?
Did you watch Cyberpunk Edge Runners?
I love Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Okay, if the VR isn't like what the doctor had, where I got something on my dick, I don't want it.
You see,
they're almost there.
They're almost there. Actually, you can kind of
hate that.
You can kind of do it as well in the fact of there are specific instruments that I know from hearing in other servers that when you have a VR headset, you kind of just it clamps onto the side of your legs and just does its stuff.
I can't wait to throw that out of my brain. Just pretend like I didn't hear that. And then future me's gonna have to go, fuck, I gotta throw it out of my brain again. Where can the people find you, even though it's probably gonna just be your people listening to this?
You can find me on Twitter at Purple Shokushu. You can find me on to be honest, I'm not gonna give out my Discord because that'll cause a lot of problems for me.
That's
but
fine.
You can find me lurking in the Lusty Lounge podcast Discord. I be lurking. I be looking at stuff.
That's
observing.
concerning. That's concerning.
And you can also find a lot of my stuff on Rule 34 video.
Luckily,
Yeah,
we'll
I
put your
can't
link tree
put-
in our bio thing.
Yeah, because I can't put the Rule 34 link in there. YouTube's gonna be like, "All right, here's a strike, bitch," and I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't asking you to do that. I'm just saying, like, if you can find
Yeah.
my Twitter, then you can get there. Just yeah, and also I recently opened up a Patreon as well because I will no longer be posting my full videos on Twitter.
Good idea.
Fuck Eli.
Eli.
Who's Eli?
He's the Twitter man, right?
Elon.
Fuck. Same
The
person.
fact you said
Fuck.
the wrong name and I thought it was a joke.
It wasn't. Listen. They're your people. I blame you. All right. Desiree will close us out, I think. I think all we have to say is bye. I'm still getting used to the outro part because
Thanks, guys. If you like what you heard, search Lusty Lounge on any podcast platform. If you think we did a good job at hosting, you can always buy us a drink on our Ko-fi. And if you want more of the lounge, subscribe to the Patreon for uncut and bonus episodes, like this one.
Just say it. Smash or pass.
Hell yeah!
fucking her behind her
Respect.
classroom.
Dojin style.
Which
No, she's... I can't remember her backstory.
As always, don't let the door hit you on your way out. It's very heavy. Until next time, bye-bye.
so
Bye.
bye.
Skibadum bada.